In today's video, we check out a true tribute to the 58 Les Paul that started it all. I can't quite believe I'm saying this, but in today's video, we're going to be demoing the 58 First Burst Slash. Without further ado, let's dive into this episode and check out the coolest Slash signature model ever released. Let's play some Guns N' Roses. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury drum machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Ben Keightley, and today I have the utmost pleasure of showing you one of my dream guitars. This is the 58 First Burst Slash signature from Gibson Custom, and it's the aged one with the signed COA. A big thank you to John for basically lending this guitar to us to do this demo. I actually visited him up in Newcastle last week. I'm filming this obviously a week after, but we got all of the kind of playing for this video over there. We actually did a video covering all of his collection, so make sure to check that out on our YouTube channel. But John's a great guy. Make sure to follow him here on Instagram. His username is MyLesPaulAddiction. Very fitting indeed. And if you have seen that video, you'll notice that the first guitar that we showed was this beautiful 58 First Burst. But I wanted to do its own dedicated episode as I'm so passionate about this guitar, and I have to be honest, it's one of my dream guitars. I never thought I'd actually be able to play one of these as they're so rare, and on the used market they can reach up to £20,000. So it was completely out of my realm of possibilities. So I'm so grateful to John for letting me play this amazing guitar. So first off, we better talk about what the original guitar actually is. This is obviously a replica, so let's go back in time to 1958. In 1958, Gibson introduced the Les Paul Standard, but it wasn't until later that the 58 Les Paul Burst became one of the most iconic guitars in rock history. Its distinctive sunburst finish paired with a powerful tone became the epitome of rock and roll. Thanks to artists such as Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, and Slash, we all love the Gibson Les Paul Standard and still play Les Pauls to this day. It was a milestone in evolution for the Les Paul. It featured a carved maple top with a mahogany body and the iconic sunburst finish which we all know and love. We have a mahogany neck, rosewood fingerboard, and the iconic Gibson headstock. This was the first sunburst finish on the Les Paul, and previous to this point, all these guitars were gold tops. The 58s were also notable for their PAF pickups, standing for Patent Applied For Humbuckers, which replaced the earlier single coil pickups known as P90s. These humbuckers contributed to the guitar's thick and iconic creamy sound. It had a lack of hum thanks to the humbucking nature, and they had everything that a P90 had, but a little bit more. Despite these innovations, the Les Paul Standard in 1958 didn't sell immediately well. The design was still too heavy for some players at the time, and the Fender Stratocaster was gaining popularity due to its lighter weight and sportier design. As a result, Gibson only made a relatively small number of 58 Les Paul Standards, around 1,700 units. This limited production, combined with the fact that these guitars weren't immediately appreciated, would later contribute to their legendary and rare status. So as a result of these guitars not being in mass production, it means that the rarity and scarcity of these original 58 bursts means that people pay crazy money for them now. It's very normal to see these bursts go from £250,000 all the way up to £500,000, and obviously the most expensive one being Joe Perry's burst that Slash actually gifted back to him, going for $1 million. So the guitar that we're talking about today is the first 58 burst, or the first 58 burst in a sunburst finish, and this is a guitar that Slash actually owns. He bought it back in the 90s when he started to sell lots of records with Guns N' Roses. He decided to get the iconic Les Paul model, which all of his heroes are playing, like Eric Clapton, Joe Perry, Jimmy Page. They all had a Les Paul Standard. And this started his love for a 58 Les Paul, the plain top, very simplistic. And if you actually look now, a lot of his signature models from the Gibson Custom Shop, like the Anaconda and the Brazilian Dream, the Bolivian Burst, they're all based on a 58 Les Paul, really big baseball bat neck and that plain top. So it's definitely a sound that he's preferring in this stage of his career. Of course, we are all familiar with his Appetite for Destruction burst, which is a bit more of like a 60s Les Paul, and of course that's a Chris Derrick's replica of a Gibson Les Paul Standard, but it seems to be now prefers the 58. So now that you understand the inspiration for this replica, let's talk about the actual Gibson Custom Shop replica. So there was two main kind of production lines. You had the VOS, which means that there was no aging done to it. It just had a little bit of patina, standing for Vintage Original Spec. And then we had the aged versions with the signed COA, which is the one that John has. This guitar has some of that perfect kind of Tom Murphy style relicking. It's one of the earlier ones with the razor blade checking instead of the freezer checking that they do with the Murphy Lab guitars now. Obviously, this was a very primitive stage of aging the guitars for Gibson, but it actually makes them rarer as they were less produced. These guitars are some of the most ballsy sounding 58 guitars. I know that Richard Fortus from Guns N' Roses, the second guitar player in that band, also uses a 58/burst that Slash gifted to him, and these guitars just have such an iconic tone, a very unique tone as well. And I have to say, as soon as I picked it up, I was in love. The neck shape on this is so big, it feels like an acoustic neck. Everything was resonating, the aging just looked amazing, like it's been in bars for years. The checking looked very authentic. I loved the sticker on the pickguard, which is just like Slash's, and obviously the iconic look of the covered pickup and the uncovered pickup in the bridge. The story goes from Slash's Guitar Tech that they removed that pickup because of hum. Apparently because of the unpotted nature of the pickups, and there was some sort of loose metal article in that pickup, it was vibrating, causing feedback. So they just removed the pickup, and that's how we obviously get that legendary kind of covered and non-covered look. We've also got quite a unique burst for this one. It's very red, and that doesn't tend to be the case for 58s. In 58 and 59, you know, Gibson warned shops of not leaving Les Pauls in shop windows, as a lot of them would get bleached very easily, giving us the iconic lemon burst. But this 58 actually has a lot of the red still in it. So it's really cool to see, very unique. It has that kind of classic heritage cherry look. This guitar just felt amazing. Obviously, we'll go over the specs now for you, but I'm sure you guys all know the specs of a 58 Les Paul. It's got that one-piece lightweight mahogany with the anlin die on the back. This had some really nice figuring to it, and we also have that true historic medallion, which is pretty cool. Going on to the top, we have a plain maple top with the razor blade checking. In this guitar, we have the PAF kind of replicas, the custom buckers, and these are Alnico 2 magnet pickups and unpotted, which is kind of crucial for getting that Slash tone. With 2 volumes, 2 tones, freeway select switch, ABR1 bridge directly into the top, and we have the aluminium stop tailpiece. We also have the bumblebee capacitors on this one on the tone knobs. As we move on to the neck, we have a mahogany neck with the anlin dies again, and we have that kind of classic cream binding. Of course, as this is an aged guitar, it has a little bit of patina, which is kind of like the yellowing of that plastic. We then have the rosewood fingerboard with celluloid inlays, and as we go to the headstock, you can see the iconic 58 headstock, Gibson mother of pearl inlay, and then you have the lovely Les Paul silkscreen with the Gibson Deluxe tuners. So at the end of the day, this is a Les Paul. Yes, it's a very expensive recreation, but I really enjoyed playing this one. So now that we've talked about it, we better hear it in action. So in this demo, I was using the Quad Cortex. I was like, again, you're just using John's kind of rig. He has a really cool setup with the Quad Cortex cab. Of course, you guys know I use the Kemper ecosystem. So I have the floor controller, I have the rack kind of head, and it goes into a cab in the room. I really enjoy that sound, but this Quad Cortex had that kind of hi-fi tone. It sounded a little bit better than my Kemper, if I'm being completely honest, which I was a little bit gutted about. But we didn't record the audio directly into my laptop. We just did it from the room mic just to keep it easy for this demo. But let's go back a couple of days ago when I was playing the 58 burst and see how she sounds. So, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've got the first burst Slash guitar to show you. So you've seen all the opening of this case previously, but let's hear some tones. So I've got the Quad Cortex set up. This is just a neck pickup clean tone. Going down the tone a little bit. So it's safe to say it's probably one of the best Les Pauls I've ever played. I'm actually in awe at the moment. But let's hear the bridge pickup. That's full volume, full tone.
just such a resonant guitar. Playing it just without the amp, you can just hear how loud it is in the room. And the Reliking is just so different to what they're producing now, but it's a great looking guitar. Let's hear some more tones now on neck pickup. Let's switch over to some gain tones. Let's hear the bridge pickup.
And just to break up the playing segment a little bit, let's hear how John actually acquired this guitar. So I'll let John explain now.
The first burst came around through pure luck. It's a guitar that obviously my idol Slash I've seen on magazines and in books. I'd never ever dreamed I'd ever see a first burst in real life, yet alone play one or own one. I was travelling one day from work, got home really late, and just happened to go on a website and see the guitar there. The guitar was at a great price. I knew I had to have it at the time. I didn't have the available funds in my account, so I rallied round to try and get the funds. Luckily, managed with the help of some friends to get the money together there and then to purchase the guitar, because I knew it wouldn't last long at all. And when the guitar came, obviously I was absolutely in awe, opened the case and couldn't stop smiling due to the fact that this was in my possession, and I owned one of the 100 aged first bursts in the world. Absolutely amazing, and for a Slash fan, for me it's one of the ultimate guitars to have.
Such a great tone, loving it. This guitar, honestly, is one of the best Les Pauls I've ever played. I'm so lucky to have played this. So let's go to the ending of the video now.
So guys, we're at the end of another video. Before I get into my personal review and rating of this guitar, make sure to go down on this video and leave your comments in the comment section below. What do you think of the 58/First Burst? Do you think it's cool or do you not like it? Let me know down below. And whilst you're down there, make sure to leave a like on this video. It really helps us increase engagement on these videos, which means bigger and better guitars, just like this one today, in your future feed. Also, if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when we make a new video. So you guys are probably suspecting this, as it is my dream guitar. It's one of my dream guitars. Obviously, as guitar players, we have many, many dream guitars, but this is definitely one of them dream guitars. I'm going to definitely rate it a 10 out of 10. This guitar felt very different to some of the custom shop guitars that Gibson are releasing now. It had a little bit more of the finish was a lot thinner. It had a little bit more of a shinier feel than kind of the Murphy Lab stuff, and it wasn't as textured. The relicking style is very similar to a collector's choice. It was very lightweight, it rang like a bell, and the pickups had a really individual kind of character. It had that creamy thickness that you get on songs like Fill My World, Knocking on Heaven's Door, November Rain, that type of thing. The neck pickup had it so well. If you're looking for slash tone, then definitely consider this guitar, but if you're looking for a Les Paul standard that does everything, has really nice kind of clean tones that have a lot of kind of balls to them, and it can also do that kind of, you know, pushed overdrive thing. It's a great fingerstyle guitar. It's a great tonal guitar just in general. It's an awesome guitar indeed. And going back to Richard Forces, I know he said it was one of the best sounds he's ever played, was playing his Gibson Les Paul 58, this first burst, into his rig. So it just goes to show that this isn't just a slash fan guitar. Obviously, yes, it is a collector's item for a slash fan, but these are incredible quality Gibson Les Pauls as well, and they sound incredible, so you don't have to just play Guns N' Roses. So I hope I kind of showed that in today's demo. But that's my opinion, guys. 10 out of 10. Again, a big thank you to John. His Instagram is down here, My Les Paul Addiction. Make sure to give him a follow. He's an incredibly nice chap, very passionate about guitars, which we love to see here at Squealing Pig Guitars. We're really eager to start, you know, doing more of these collection videos. We've actually got a few lined up in the next couple of weeks because we love covering all of this stuff. So if you guys have a cool collection, let me know in the comment section below, and maybe I'll come and visit you and showcase your amazing collection. I must announce as well, in 2 weeks time, on the 18th of March, I'm going to be visiting Nashville, Tennessee in the USA. I'm going to be doing videos at the Gibson Garage, Carter Vintage, all the guitar shops out there, and I'm going to be vlogging the entire experience. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure to hit the subscribe button, as we're going to be releasing daily content whilst I'm out there. I can't wait to come to America. It'll be my first time, so if you're from Nashville, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe we could meet up. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know. So guys, that's the end of the video. My name's Ben Keightley, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video, but that leaves me with one last thing to say. Keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.